The Wild Bull Saloon is a Kalamazoo hotspot. It's part of that city's entertainment district. Now the bar's owner is threatening to stop investing in downtown after the city and the state accused the bar of violating liquor control laws. Target 8 investigator Ken Kolker uncovered the rift between police, who say they're protecting the public, and a bar owner who says cops are abusing their power.
If Kalamazoo wants to be gone, then they can keep doing what they're doing, because I will not continue to invest in this kind of environment.
Kalamazoo police in December sent 4 liquor violation cases to the state, alleging the Wild Bull allowed barroom fights and that bouncers mistreated customers, putting one in a headlock and zip-tying another after a bouncer said that man had headbutted him. That led the State Liquor Control Commission to file 4 violations against the bar.
There is absolutely no question in my mind. This is targeted. There is a direct effort to create us great financial harm.
Reedy, who refused to go on camera, blamed the Kalamazoo detective who sent the complaints to the LCC, Detective Charles Dollinger.
Abuse, harassment, bullying.
He says the detective has been out to get him since Reedy stood up to him over a complaint in 2010.
He sends in frivolous reports.
Reedy also claims a Kalamazoo police sergeant, not Dollinger, exaggerated to the LCC when he wrote that police had responded to the bar 118 times during the last half of 2013. Reedy said he obtained police reports that show most of the calls had nothing to do with incidents at the bar. Those reports show many of the calls were so-called directed patrols, where officers were sent to the bar in case of trouble. Kalamazoo Public Safety Chief Jeff Hadley defended his officers, saying nobody is targeting the Wild Bull.
That's their opinion.
You've heard that from them?
I have heard that from them, yep.
And you obviously disagree with that?
I do disagree with that.
Reedy acknowledges there are fights at the Wild Bull, 109 in the last 2 years or so, according to his own records.
Dance clubs have bigger challenges everywhere, and I don't care where you go. You're going to find, if you look into dance clubs, they're all going to have what you're seeing with ours.
But his general manager says the bar has taken steps to make it safer. A dress code, training workers on how not to overserve, turning drunks away at the door, changing its music. The bar's records show fights have been cut in half to about 4 a month.
We're just trying not to have the crowd in here that fights, is what we've been really working hard toward.
Target 8 started investigating how police respond to trouble at the Wild Bull after receiving 2 anonymous letters, complaining not that police were picking on the bar, but that they were ignoring alleged violations.
Are you asking me if I was playing favorites?
Yeah, that's what the letters would suggest, right. That somebody in the city was playing favorites.
Absolutely not. I mean, I think we try to work with our businesses. It just so happens that this business was the Wild Bull.
Ryan Reedy is a high-profile Kalamazoo business owner who had announced plans for a 20-story downtown hotel tower. Plans he now says are on hold over the dispute with police.
I pay over $200,000 a year in taxes to downtown Kalamazoo. Do you think I deserve a little more customer support?
Hadley says records show his department is not picking on the bar. Target 8 found that's despite repeated requests by the State Liquor Control Commission asking police to investigate the Wild Bull. And when police did find alleged trouble, they didn't always send it to the LCC, sometimes on written order of the chief.
I had a lot of cuts on my head, bleeding, some shoulder pain.
2 reports not sent to the state were for fights in 2012 that sent 8 people to the hospital, including a cop, and led to 3 arrests.
I'm pretty sure I got hit in the head with a beer bottle.
The bar's chief of security was in the middle of one of those brawls that, according to police reports, involved as many as 30 people.
I think there was 5 guys of us. We were all in the ambulance together.
Daniel Dewar quit the next week.
I wanted nothing to do with the bar and nothing. I just wanted to put the whole incident behind me.
It was that incident, according to an email obtained by Target 8, that prompted a Kalamazoo officer to ask Detective Dollinger, then the city's liquor control officer, about filing a violation with the LCC. But a month later, there was this handwritten note, quote-unquote, per chief's office, no submission to LCC. What happened there?
Well, that was back in, the best of my memory, back in 2012 when we sat down with and met with or worked with the ownership there, and that's when they started putting those other measures into place.
A dress code, a breathalyzer, better training, he said.
We always have that discretion.
Since the LCC started repeatedly asking police to investigate, we found the commission cited the bar just once, in 2012, for over-serving, a case reduced to drunken loitering. That is, until the end of last year.
He punched me in the face, and his friends were holding my friend's back, and he pounced on top of me and continued to kick me.
Christopher Snooks is listed as a victim in one of the violations filed in December, allegedly attacked in September by a man who had earlier been kicked out of the bar. Snooks says that bouncers should have kept his alleged attacker out.
You're supposed to protect the people that come to the bar.
Reedy says he expects to win not just that case, but all four.
I will not put up with bad government. I will not put up with people going after us.
We tried reaching Detective Charles Dollinger and the sergeant, but the police chief wouldn't let us talk to them. Officials at the Liquor Control Commission refused to comment, citing the pending cases. A hearing on all four complaints is set for March 5th in Kalamazoo, and we'll be there to cover it. I'm Targeted Investigator Ken Kolker.